KPI X5 first exposed a state-approved program to help low-income homeowners make energy improvements to their properties. It's had many damaging unintended consequences.
It has put huge burdens on people who truly cannot afford it. On Project Home this evening, Susie Steimle took one unscientific survey on how the so-called PACE program works.
The state really wants us all to save a bunch of energy, so.
This man is making a pitch to an elderly Oakland homeowner for a no-money-down program that will make the house more energy efficient.
Windows is the biggest energy waster in your entire house, so.
But some pitches like this by other contractors have hurt instead of helped thousands of low-income Californians like Teresa Bryson.
He made it seem like, okay, we're going to do all these good things for you, and your house is going to be so beautiful.
She got a cold call from a different contractor who talked her into a long list of home improvements, many of which had nothing to do with energy efficiency.
They remodeled the bathroom, they painted some of the rooms.
The man told her the improvements would be paid back through property taxes, but never explained the tax lien that goes into effect immediately on signing was like a loan that Teresa would have to pay back. In Teresa's case, a company called Green placed 2 liens on her home for a total of $135,000.
My mortgage payment went from roughly, I would say, $1,500 to about $35 plus.
That's a big difference.
Yes, it is.
Were you able to afford that?
No, not really.
What happened to Teresa is part of a complex financing program known as PACE, or Property Assessed Clean Energy. It starts with so-called solicitor agents or solicitors or contractors going into the community targeting low-income homeowners. The more equity in the home, the more PACE financing is available. Once the homeowner is qualified, the contractors get paid through PACE Fund program administrators. For homeowners, there's no upfront cost. But the program is not free because the administrator immediately places a loan on the home that must be paid back through property taxes.
Change needs to happen a long time ago.
Claudia Polsky is founding director of Berkeley Law's Environmental Law Clinic. She says when the PACE program was first conceived in Berkeley in 2008, she was a big fan.
People would love lower cost and greener energy.
But not anymore.
The PACE program, like so much environmental programming, has a big green halo over it. And the glare from that halo is such that it's very hard to see the program problems.
A newly released report she authored with the Environmental Law Clinic finds the PACE program under-delivers on green benefits and harms low-income homeowners. The report finds that despite a new law that went into effect in 2018 to crack down on abuse, bad practices continue.
And those practices include door-to-door sales as the primary means of reaching low-income residents of color, often monolingual Spanish speakers, often retired.
In Teresa Bryson's case, the solicitors involved were not registered and as such were not allowed to offer a PACE financing deal through Y-Green, according to a class action lawsuit complaint that she is named in. Y-Green is one of 5 so-called program administrators that offer PACE loans in California. They said they don't comment on pending litigation, but that they are a financing company and that they don't choose the contractors. They say the customer does.
So what would you like me to start with?
Ron Dumas Sr. was curious about that and invited us along to listen to a pitch.
I'm with AAA. We're a general contractor. We do everything.
Surprisingly, the man who showed up was not on a list of 6 contractors recommended by Y-Green. After taking measurements of all the doors and windows, the man who identified himself as working for AAA Remodeling and Development did the math.
Yeah, let me sort out what all this is going to cost you.
And told Ron Sr. he could replace all his windows with energy-efficient ones for about 19 grand.
PACE loan's pretty cool as long as you can qualify for it. There's no down payment. There's no payments until November of this year.
After the visit, we checked. AAA Remodeling and Development is not listed on the state website as licensed to solicit for Y-Green.
I had some questions about some work that you've done through the PACE program.
We left several messages on the cell phone of the contractor with AAA Remodeling, but never heard back. Neither did the Dumas family.
He never picked up the phone, and he never came back.
They say they were suspicious from the start because they never called AAA.
We did not pick the contractor. They picked one for us. They solicited us. He told me we have been pre-approved for $34,000 worth of work. without us giving him any information.
Their take on the $19,000 quote:
I thought it was awfully high. I'm not used to paying that much money for some windows.
Because of our reporting, Y-Green is now launching an internal investigation into how AAA Remodeling got the Dumas family's contact information in the first place. They did say that the company is properly registered with the state, and that if it doesn't show up on the state's website that way, they say that's the state's problem. We've got their full statement plus DFPI's response on our website, kpix.com. In Petaluma, Susie Steimle, KPIX 5.